your host, Mona Morrow.
Welcome back. Every day, 300 blood donors and 40 platelet donors are needed to help save lives in our local community. And the need for minority donors is great. My guest today is Alecia Lipton from Hoxworth Blood Center. Thank you so much for coming on, Alecia.
Oh, thank you for having us.
You're getting ready to have an event, and we'll talk about that in just a few minutes. But tell me about why the need is so great for minority donors.
In a perfect world, your blood bank is going to mirror the diversity of the community. Unfortunately, we don't have that. And the reason that you want it to mirror that is patients who are going through episodes with sickle cell, having a sickle cell crisis, are best treated with blood transfusion. And the best blood they can get is from somebody with the same ethnic background. So, for example, if somebody's having a sickle cell episode and they get a transfusion from somebody who's Caucasian, they may build up allergens to that blood, and then their crisis would be even worse. So we need to keep our patients as healthy as possible and get them the best blood as possible. So it's very important that the sickle cell patients have that blood coming in that has the same ethnic background. We don't see that with other issues. So if somebody's having a trauma, you can get whatever your blood type is. But for those sickle cell patients, it's critical that we be able to match them up with a donor.
And this was totally new to me. I did not know that. And so that just makes the need even greater. And so we have about 4% of African Americans are donating blood right now?
We do. In the Cincinnati area, we have about 4%, which does not sound like a lot. Nationally, only about 1% of African Americans donate. So in January, we're really trying to step up the message and get it out and really spend the next 6 months going out and talking about the need for more African American donors.
And so let's take the fear out of it, at least. Okay, so tell me what happens when you donate blood.
Well, when you come in to donate blood, the first thing you're going to do is go through a questionnaire. It's going to ask about medications you might be on, travel that you might have done, just so that we can make sure it's safe for you to be a blood donor, and that it's also safe for somebody to get your blood. Once you complete that, we're going to do a very brief mini physical, and in that we're going to check your blood pressure, your pulse, your temperature, again to make sure you're healthy coming in. And then we're also going to check your hematocrit in your blood. And that's essentially the iron count to make sure, again, it's safe for you to part with some of that blood. After that's done, you spend about 15 minutes in the chair doing the actual donation. So it's very quick, it's simple, it hurts less than getting your ear pierced. So it's, when you see it on TV, TV likes to put the drama and the fear into it.
That's right.
So the needles are very, very tiny. It's a very simple process. You can plan on it taking about an hour out of your time, but when you leave, you know that you've helped save a life.
And that is what's important, to help save a life. And you get treats usually afterwards. Yeah, we love treats.
Yes, that's the best part. Everybody comes for the cookies. So we have a variety of different treats. We want you to have a snack before you go home, and it's also our way of saying thank you.
And then the blood from there will be tested as well before it goes to a patient.
Right. There's about 16 different tests that is done on every unit of blood, and then after that testing comes back, then it's distributed to 30 hospitals in the tri-state.
Okay. Wonderful. Okay, you've got an event coming up. Really, it's perfect timing for Martin Luther King Day.
Right, it is. And this is our 9th year partnering with the Freedom Center and Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity. Also, the Coalition for 100 Black Women and Alpha Kappa Alpha are joining up with us. And we're having the MLK Blood Drive. It's at the Freedom Center on MLK Day.
So that's January 18th. It's information right there on the screen.
Right.
From 11 to 5.
Right. And every donor will have free admission into the Freedom Center, which is amazing.
That is amazing. What a gift.
They have some great new exhibits that are starting in January. And it's a great day to come out and serve your community. That's something that Dr. King always wanted people to do, you know, to have that day of service. So what better way to honor him than to come out and make a blood donation?
And if for those who didn't know, Martin Luther King was an Alpha Phi Alpha.
That's right.
And so that's why they are very much involved in this.
They are. They are a great group of guys. They come down. They do everything from, you know, helping us set up the beds in the morning to getting snacks out to rolling up their sleeves and making a blood donation themselves.
That's wonderful. Tell me, how do you get more, in general, we need more blood donors. Is that correct?
We do. There's always a need. Illness doesn't take vacation. There's always going to be traumas. There's always going to be surgeries. There's always going to be cancer, unfortunately. So we always have that need for blood.
And the holidays, we just had the holidays. That depletes a lot of your blood supply.
It really does.
Because a lot happens during that time.
It does.
Unfortunately.
It is unfortunate. And we also see less donors during the holidays because you get caught up with traveling to see family or shopping or baking. Work gets kind of busy. So we really need people to try to make that time. Blood donation is a perfect gift around the holidays because it doesn't cost you anything. Right. So you're not having to write a check or try to budget funds to make a donation. Again, it's just rolling up your sleeve and giving us about an hour of your day.
Alecia, thank you so much. I want to remind everyone, Martin Luther King Blood Drive, it is January 18th at the Freedom Center from 11 to 5. Martin Luther King Blood Drive from 11 to 5, January 18th. That's Martin Luther King Day. Thank you so much. Please go. Please participate. And you get free admission to the Freedom Center. Make it a great day. Thank you, Alecia, so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. And coming up, next, a proven way to decrease the dropout rate. We'll be right back.
Cincinnati Overstock Warehouse. 2 warehouses. 4 days.